Hi, it's me, Ms. V, and today I'm going to show you how to make this really cool pinch pot mini pumpkin. Now it is fall, the school year has just begun, and we're going to be having an art exhibition in November, and I thought it'd be great if we could have a bunch of mini pumpkins at the art exhibition. So let me show you how we're going to do these. You are going to need very simple materials for this. You're going to need fresh clay, you're going to need a popsicle stick, and you're going to need a piece of, and I've got copy paper here. So I'm going to take about this much clay, maybe a little less for a mini pumpkin, and I'm going to smash it into a ball. Now, does it have to be perfect? No. That's fine. Okay, in clay hand building, you can make just about anything using three techniques: the slab, the coil, and the pinch pot. The technique we're going to be using right now is the pinch pot. And to do the pinch pot, I take my thumb and I take this rough ball of clay and I put my thumb into the clay, making a hole. And now I'm going to use my pinching fingers and I'm going to open up this ball of clay into a pot. Now I don't want you to make the walls of the pot too thin. That's going to make it really weak. You also don't want the bottom of the pot too thick, but you want it about like that. Now I've given everybody a piece of paper, and for this I think we're going to only need about half a sheet of paper. Let's see. I'm going to crumple the paper. Maybe I open it up again. Maybe I'll crumple it again. Okay, fine. Now I'm going to put it inside the pot, and your pot should look like this. Here's my completed pot. See, I got that in there. Okay. So looking at this pot, I'm going to put it upside down, and that is going to be how I want my pumpkin to look. But it's not quite right yet. I might roll the pumpkin on its edge on the table. That might work. I might flatten it down a little bit on the table. Okay, that looks good. And now I'm going to take my popsicle stick and I'm going to make these grooves all along the pumpkin, starting at the top and going all the way down. You can also do this with a pencil. So I'm just going to go through. Now notice I am not cutting all the way through my pumpkin. I'm just going from the top down. I'm not cutting all the way through. And I'm actually going to ask my helper, Mr. J, to go off camera to grab me one of those beautiful new pencils off the table. Can you go ahead and hand me one of those pencils? You see those pencils over there in the jar? We got a helper here today, Mr. J. And I think that the popsicle stick's good, but I think a pencil might be even better. Yeah, can I have that? Thank you so much, Mr. J. That's awesome. All right. So, so far, we have our two pots. All right, they're looking like this. Both have paper inside. I'm thinking maybe the popsicle stick is good, but let's see what it looks like when you use a pencil. Maybe that looks better. Let's try that. So you could use a popsicle, or you could use a pencil. I like that. Okay. And after I've gone ahead and made those lines, I'm just going to smooth those grooves with my fingers. Let's see about making a nice pumpkin. Sometimes I use a pencil, I can use a popsicle stick. I can take my pinchy fingers and just run them right into those grooves. Now the paper inside is supporting the clay, so when I squish it with my hands, the clay pot doesn't crumble up. Some of you may be thinking, what's going to happen to this clay, Miss V? Well, I mean, the clay is going to get dry, and fire it, it's going to get hard. The paper itself, though, is going to burn up in the kiln. Go away. Okay, now, that's starting to look like a pumpkin. You can play with this on your own time. All right. But the pumpkin, for sure, is going to need a stem. All right. So I'm going to now take a little bit of clay from my leftover clay, and I'm going to make a coil for the stem. All a coil is a little clay snake that I'm going to roll out on the table. Okay. I'm going to ask my helper, Mr. J, you could go over to that table, and there should be a toothbrush and a bowl with some dirty clay water in it, right on that table. You see it right there? Yep. Can you bring that over? Thank you. This is too long. We're going to cut this with our popsicle stick. Thank you so much, Mr. J. Appreciate that. Got another thing right here. So I'm seeing this is too long, so I'm going to take my popsicle stick and I'm going to cut it about there. That looks good. But I'm telling you right now, if I just put this clay thing on here, I turn this upside down, it's just going to fall off. So to get it to stick, first I'm going to make a little dent with my thumb. Don't go all the way through. Okay. Smooth that out. Okay. Then I'm going to take my toothbrush. It's kind of wacky. And I'm going to actually scrub a little bit in the center of that dent. And I'm also going to scrub with water on the bottom of this coil. All right. Now I'm going to smush and twist this coil onto the pumpkin for a stem. You might need to take your popsicle stick and blend a little bit at the bottom. And then smooth your pumpkin. All right. Okay. All right, so there we have our mini pumpkin. And it is a pinch pot with paper in the center. It has a little coil stem. You can curve it a little bit if you'd like. At the end of class, be sure to write your first name on the edge or bottom of the mini pumpkin. That's it. Turn it in on the tray to dry. These are going to dry for about 2 weeks. Then I'm going to fire them in our school kiln, and then we will glaze them. Have a great day in art. Bye.